Well, hello there, everybody. My name is Tony Grillo, and welcome to my channel, Wisconsin Hugs. I'll show you what I'm doing. This over. Here's my dog, DJ. DJ, you gonna say hi? DJ is just very happy to be out walking. We're walking the neighborhood here. This is neighborhood where I live, Cudahy, Wisconsin. We do not have any snow, unlike some of my friends and family that live in Minnesota. I guess they got snow, but still in March. But that's usually normal for Minnesota. They usually get one really good snowstorm right before March is, right in the middle of March, towards the last couple weeks of March. So had a pretty good day at Walmart, and then I did some door dashing for a couple hours. I actually took a 2-hour nap. I was tired. And then so I thought I'd make a quick video, just say hi to everybody. Appreciate, I guess there's some new people that came on my channel. Appreciate y'all coming out here on my channel. And St. Patty's Day tomorrow. I am going to go out tomorrow. I'm going to take my girlfriend out, and I'm going to take my friend Jeff out. Jeff, I met him from Walmart, and he's a widower, and he's pretty close to my age. He might be 1 or 2 years older than me, but Jeff lost his wife 2 years ago. He's married like 20 some years, 25 years or something like that. And he for whatever reasons, the guy never got his driver's license, and doesn't have a car, and maybe he just doesn't want that expense, because cars can be expensive, insurance, gas, upkeep, a car payment, if you got to make a payment. Yeah, those things can all add up, and on his budget, maybe he just, he's better off, he lives in a really cute little apartment, maybe a couple miles from work, and he hops on the bus and rides that to work, or he's got some work buddies that pick him up because he's a super nice guy. And then, they drive him to work, and then they give him a ride home. And I've dropped him off a couple times myself. So, but he's been, doing, he decided he wanted to do the dating thing. And, but, it's going to be hard. It's going to be hard for him to, there's a car right there turning in here. She's looking at me like, what's he doing talking on the phone? But anyways, it's going to be hard for him to, do well in the dating world if you can't drive. That's just, it's going to be tough. But anyways, I told him, I was looking at some of his pictures. He's got some great pictures when he's actually done things with, with his family and his friends and all that. And I thought, well, maybe, he can come hang out with me, and I'm going to try to get some good profile pictures. We'll take some good pictures, and then he can, of him going out with us, having fun, and maybe he could throw that on his dating site. We'll see what happens tomorrow. But there's a Doors cover band that I love the Doors. One of my favorite bands of all time. And I'm kind of pumped about this. Apparently this band is considered excellent at mimicking the Doors, and so that's what they strive to perfection. They want to be known as the elite Doors cover band. So we'll find out. I'm gonna go there tomorrow, Club Garibaldi's in Milwaukee. I don't know if I'm gonna dress in green. I don't have a lot of green. I know Walmart's selling a bunch of green stuff, in our store. We got St. Patty's shirts and St. Patty hats. They got St. Patty's everything in Walmart. I wouldn't be surprised they got St. Patty's shoes. But, I don't know. I don't know if I'll dress up or not. But I may just wear what I normally wear when I go out. We'll see what happens. So, but anyways, I'll make some videos tomorrow and put that up, and because that's what I like to do. I like to, just show you life here where I live in Wisconsin. I'm coming up. There's DJ. He's just so happy. He went door dashing with me, and he was stuck in the house waiting for me to come home when I worked my 8-hour shift. And just a nice quiet little neighborhood. The houses here are all kind of, it's an old neighborhood, you know. A lot of the houses here, it looks like something from back in the 70s, you know. Even my house, you know, if you've seen videos of the inside of my house, it looks like something from the 70s. You know, I haven't had a chance to remodel it because right now money's been a little tight. You know, I've had to switch careers because I haven't been able to drive because of medical reasons. So I was forced to have to reevaluate my life and try to figure out how to survive in a new something. You know, I've been driving truck for 20 some years, you know, like 22, 23, 24 years, something like that. And all of a sudden now, you know, I can't drive anymore. I'm forced not to drive for 6 months. And so I did get hired by Walmart, and that's been going really well. I love the people there. I love the vendors. They've been very patient with me as I'm trying to learn my job. Right now I started as a door greeter, and then they moved me over to receiving. They moved me over to receiving, and I'm a receiver now. And so I check all the inventory that comes into the store. I have to check it off, and that's what I'm doing right now. So we are right here. So go ahead. I got a pickup truck here that's turning. So anyways, you can see the sun going down behind me. Yeah, so St. Paddy's Day, you know, time of celebration, a time to, you know, everybody can be Irish, you know, and maybe the luck of the Irish, you know. Maybe Jeff, with the luck of the Irish, maybe Jeff might actually meet somebody at the bar. You never know, you know, you never know. God loves to surprise his people. You know, I always tell him, it's going to happen when you least expect it. That's when you're going to meet that one, that special somebody. And, you know, God does have someone for everyone. You know, he doesn't want his children to be lonely, you know, and so he likes to see them happy. And so he's, you know, and maybe God's like trying to teach him something in the meantime while he's waiting for that special someone. We got a dog in the window. Is this dog gonna bark? Sometimes these dogs like to bark at DJ. Yeah, he's a nice doggy. Yeah, he is. All right, so I guess the only other thing I gotta say, and this is kind of directed at a couple YouTube channels. I'm not gonna name their names, but I'm friends with one of the guys. You know, he's like in Florida, you know, and I've enjoyed his content for a long time. And the other guy, well, I got hooked up with him because of Kiely Rodni case a while back. And then I found out later, you know, he claimed to be a ex-police officer, and then he went out. All right, so anyways, this guy was out there. He had some really, like, he claimed there was a bunch of, there was an investigation was still going on, and he claimed he had a bunch of inside information. Sorry, I gotta get spun around because my dog got its leash around me. And then we find out later, he claimed his source had fed him bad info, but he wouldn't say what the bad info was, you know, and it was just, you could just tell it was a total con job. It was just, you know, he must have got a lot of heat, and now we're starting to find out later that the guy's just, he's a bunch of malarkey. That's all I can say. And I don't want to badmouth him anymore because the guy has had a string of bad luck now, you know, and you kind of wonder, you know, is it because of his own undoing, you know, but whatever, you know. A lot of times God, you know, God loves everyone. He loves all his children. So even those that, you know, are like the black sheep, you know, and so, you know, he wants everyone to come back to him, you know, and so he works miracles through us all. But anyways, you know, he's down on his luck. He really isn't. And maybe the guy's going to have a coming to Jesus moment. I don't know, you know, but And these two guys have been, you know, they each got channels. One, he's a little bigger than both of us, and then the other guy's like me, you know, small channel, like 300 subscribers, the guy that I'm friends with. But anyways, this guy that I'm friends with, you know, he has a really good life, and he's doing a lot of good things in the world, you know, and he's got a business, like he's running, you know, he's run so many different businesses and everything. And so, excuse me, it's a little cold out here. So you'd think a guy like that would be happy with life. You know, you would think, you know, he wouldn't need to make a video every day putting, you know, such and such person is an asshole as the title of his video. And this guy, who's my, you know, my friend, you know, we've been friends because of YouTube. You would think that he's been doing this like every day for like 30, 40 days, 50 days in a row. I don't know how many days in a row he's been doing this. And eventually you got to sit there and you know, why are you doing this? Okay. I mean, it gets to a point where okay, do a couple videos, whatever. And these guys have been going back and forth, trash talking each other, you know, and I've gotten to the point where I'm just kind of tired of hearing it between the two of them, because to me they sound like, you know, I don't know, like Cranky Old Men Part 3. They should be in that movie together, Cranky Old Men. I bet those two, if you know, okay, I'll say his name, Kevin, if you're listening to me, and Jacob, or Jay, I think Jacob's the name of your dog, Jay, you know, you guys should maybe make a movie together called Grumpy Old Men, you know, Part 3. That's what you should do, you know, make a movie together, call it Grumpy Old Men, and you guys go to war with each other, just like those two, Walter Matthau and the other guy, did in that movie, you know, when they were ice fishing and all that crap. You know, I think both you guys like to fish, I believe. There you go. You know, and you guys could make a movie, you know, because that's the way you're acting, both of you. That's all I could tell you. But, you know, I saw the last video my friend had made, you know, and his name is Jay, okay? And, you know, he's complaining and whining. And sorry, Jay, but you are whining. You're whining, buddy. But he's saying, you know, like this is a guy that's been ripping on Kevin, for like how many days in a row? Every day he's in the title, Kevin, you're an asshat. Kevin, you're a loser. Kevin, whatever, you know, every day. Okay? So then Kevin makes a video and says some, well, nasty things, you know, like I think he called him, like he didn't say he was a child predator, but he put it out there. It's kind of like a joke, you know, said, why are you hiding your face? You know, why can't we clearly see your face? You know, you must be a, you know, are you a child predator or something? Is that why you hide your face? You talk about going to orphanages all the time. You know, and that is a low blow. All right, but here's the thing. Now, Kevin, or I mean not Kevin, Jay is like, he makes a video crying that he's a victim, you know, of Kevin. Jay, you can't have it both ways, buddy. You got to look at it from my viewpoint. You have been ripping on this guy for how many days in a row, you know? And now you rip on him. So, and then the very first time Kevin puts out a video ripping on you, which I'm surprised he showed that much restraint, because if somebody was doing that to me like 30, 40 days in a row, I don't think I would be very nice if I made a video coming back at you. I would be I would use my sarcastic wit like I did with You Back Jack or You Back Jeff, and I would make a bunch of spoof videos, and I would totally rip you apart, either one of you two. I would do that, and I would use my sarcastic, obnoxious wit to come at you as hard as I could, and make you look like it, make people laugh at you through my videos. That's what I would do. That's how I handle things. But, you know, you can't sit there and rip on somebody for a bunch of days in a row on your YouTube channel and then cry victim when the other guy makes a video. You were wondering, you know, in your video, you made a comment about, excuse me, you made a comment about, you know, talking to the police. And I don't know exactly why you call the police. I honestly admit I don't know the whole story because I really don't give a shit. Okay? I just don't. Because I don't feel like listening to a bunch of old ladies anymore. I really don't. I prefer to listen to real men doing real stuff, cool stuff, doing things, fun stuff in the world, you know? That's what I prefer to see and hear. I don't want to sit and listen to a bunch of men complain like crabby old men, like grumpy old men like you guys are. Maybe I should do a spoof movie about you two being grumpy old men. That might actually be funny, you know? I mean, there's some videos out there where they got Trump and Biden together on a boat, and those videos are hilarious. My girlfriend actually loves those videos. Maybe I should do something like that with the two of you, you know, being grumpy old men, and, you know, make a spoof video on the two of you. That's actually not a bad idea, you know. I did write a book, and sometimes I like to get the creative juices going and maybe do something. But, you know, the thing is, Jay, you're my friend. So I don't generally do that to my friends, you know. But you have not... I have made some comments on your channel. You have not responded to anything because you don't know how to respond to anything that I have said or wrote to you. You don't know because you know I'm right. You know I'm right, you know? And there's no way you can respond. But here's something you said in your video. You go, because I told you to knock it off. I told you to back off and leave Kevin alone. You've done enough. You and Kevin needs to leave you alone. You both need to leave each other alone. Okay? Kevin's... obviously, you know, he even admitted in his video he's down on his luck and he's having a rough time right now. And Jay, that's when somebody is down on their luck. I don't care how bad of a person that is. When they get down on their luck, you don't keep kicking them when they're down. And eventually, you got to just show some compassion and you leave them alone. You know, maybe they're having a come to God moment. You know, where they come into Jesus moment. You know, I mean, you know, they've done so many things. They're down on their knees. They've fallen on their knees. And the last thing they do when they get that far down in the world is they look up. They look up. And maybe that's what God has plans for Kevin, okay? Maybe Kevin will have a coming to Jesus moment. Maybe he'll turn his life around and be an awesome guy. Or maybe he won't. Hey, who knows? Maybe he'll just keep doing what he's doing, you know? If he's a complete narcissist, you know, he will never change, and so that'll be his story, you know. But you don't, Jay. You don't need to. Jay, if you're the person that you say you are, you got your food truck business. Oh, look at that. We got people there. If you have your food truck business and you have your life going on and you're doing all these great things, flying helicopters and whatever else you're doing, which sounds really cool, then you don't need to make videos ripping on another guy. You just don't need to do that. Okay? Grow up. All right? Just fucking grow up. You know? And that's what you need to do. So this video is for the two of you, both you two, because you're acting like little weenies is what you're doing. And, you know, oh, one other thing too. I know, Jay, on your video you mentioned that, you know, the cops, whatever it was you're pissed off about, and you call the cops on Kevin or whatever. The cops asked you, well, hasn't any of your 300 subscribers called YouTube or complained to YouTube about the video? Jay, you want to know why none of us have done that? It's because when you make videos every day and you're ripping on a guy, you know what? Maybe you got it coming to you. Maybe Kevin finally just had enough and said, I'm coming at you and I'm going to unleash my full fury on you and I'm going to say a bunch of things and piss you off. And maybe you had it coming. Have you ever thought about that, Jay? When you start doing stuff like that? Have you ever thought maybe I deserved it? Because I was relentless and I was an asshole. Okay? Yeah, you were. You were an asshole. Both you two were assholes. But, Jay, you were an asshole too. And even though we're friends, you were an asshole. And I'm just going to make this video. I'm sure you're going to see it. Maybe Kevin will see it. I don't know. I wish you two the best of luck. You guys are in your glory years. You're in your retirement years. Don't go down a road where you're remembered as being an old asshole, you know? You don't want guys like me to make spoof videos about you and be remembered for having somebody making a spoof video about you. You don't want that. You want to be somebody that people love and respect. That's what you want. And so that's what you need to do. You guys both need to knock it off. And there's a reason why nobody reported that video to YouTube. Because, when you make that many videos about another guy, yeah, you're gonna get your comeuppance. You can't be a victim when you're the one that's harassing somebody. And eventually, if you keep harassing somebody, even if he's done a million bad things, if you keep harassing him, then you become the asshole. You're not anybody's hero anymore. Now you're an asshole. And so that's all I got to say. That's all I got to say about it. So I hated to end this video on that note, but I got a little fired up when I saw both videos, and I felt like I had to get some things off my chest. And so that's all I got to say. So from Wisconsin here's my, DJ, you gonna say hi? DJ, you gonna say hi? Maybe I can end this video on a good note. Yeah, there's my doggy. DJ, come here. Say hi. Say hi to everybody. Yeah, there he is. Okay, there he is. He wants to keep walking. All right, Wisconsin hugs.